What if the story you wrote on scraps of paper in a small cafe could one day change the world? What if an idea that began in your imagination could grow into a story that reached millions, inspired generations, and created one of the most beloved universes ever told? This is not a fantasy. This is the true story of J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, and how her journey from struggle to success teaches us that no dream is too big, no beginning is too small, and no voice is too quiet to be heard. Welcome, my friend, to the Gentle English Podcast. Today, we are going to dive into the incredible success story of J.K. Rowling, a woman who turned her imagination into an empire. As you listen, I want you to do more than just learn English. I want you to feel inspired. I want you to see your own life in her story. And I want you to ask yourself, what story am I writing with my own life? J.K. Rowling was born in 1965 in England. From a young age, she loved stories. She would write little tales and share them with her sister. She wasn't extraordinary at school, not the top of the class, not the most popular. But she had something powerful inside her, a wild, unstoppable imagination. She dreamed of worlds filled with magic, courage, and friendship. Years later, after university, life was not easy for Rowling. She worked simple jobs, moved abroad, and faced many personal challenges. But the heart of today's story is not about her pain. It is about her persistence. Because even in her hardest days, she kept writing. She never let go of her dream to tell stories. And then one day in 1990, while on a train ride from Manchester to London, the idea came to her. A boy who did not know he was a wizard. A boy who discovered a magical world. A boy named Harry Potter. She didn't have a pen with her, so she sat quietly, and the story began to grow in her mind. By the time she got off the train, Harry Potter was alive in her imagination. Now, think about this for a moment. How many times have you had an idea, a dream, or a vision, but you pushed it away because you thought it was silly or impossible? Rowling could have ignored Harry Potter. She could have said, "This is just a silly idea. No one will care." But she didn't. She held on to it. And that decision changed her life, and ours, too. For the next 5 years, she built Harry's world. She planned the characters, the magical school, the adventures, the struggles between good and evil. She created a universe so detailed that when the books finally came out, readers felt like they were stepping into a real place. But success didn't come quickly. When Rowling finished the first Harry Potter book, she sent it to publishers, and many of them rejected her. Imagine that. One of the most successful books of all time was rejected again and again. But she didn't stop. She believed in her story. And finally, a small publisher decided to give her a chance. They printed only a few hundred copies at first, but soon word spread. Children loved it. Parents loved it. Teachers loved it. The magic was real. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was the beginning of something extraordinary. The book grew, the series continued, and soon the world was caught in Pottermania. People lined up at bookstores at midnight just to get the next volume. Children who never liked reading before suddenly couldn't put the books down. Adults found themselves enchanted by the lessons of courage, loyalty, and hope. And then came the movies. The books were powerful, but the films turned the story into a global event. Harry Potter became more than a book. It became a cultural phenomenon. It shaped childhoods, inspired fan communities, and made J.K. Rowling one of the most successful authors in history. But here's the heart of the lesson. Rowling didn't start with money. She didn't start with fame. She didn't even start with certainty. She started with an idea. An idea that she refused to let die, and she kept working. Even when rejection came. Even when the odds were against her. So, let me ask you, what is the idea inside you right now? What is the dream you keep pushing aside because you think you're not ready, or not good enough, or not lucky enough? J.K. Rowling's story reminds us that success doesn't require perfection. It requires persistence. Think about the children who discovered reading because of Harry Potter. Think about the friendships built around midnight book launches. The courage people found in Harry's battles against darkness. The comfort readers found in knowing that love, loyalty, and bravery always win in the end. That all came from one woman's decision to keep writing, to keep believing in her story. Now, I want you to imagine your own life as a story. You are the author. You are writing it every single day. Are you writing it with fear or with courage? Are you writing it with excuses or with persistence? Because just like Rowling, your story can change lives. Maybe not millions, maybe just one or two, but even changing one life is powerful. Rowling herself once said, "We do not need magic to transform the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already." And isn't that true? You don't need a wand, a spell, or a potion. You need belief, persistence, and the courage to keep going, even when the world says no. Harry Potter's success is more than just numbers, more than just fame. It is proof that imagination matters. It is proof that stories matter. And it is proof that no matter where you start, you can reach incredible heights if you keep moving forward. So, my friend, what will you do after listening to this story? Will you finally start that project you've been dreaming about? Will you practice your English with more consistency? Will you write your own story, whatever it may be? Remember, J.K. Rowling was once an unknown woman with a pen, sitting in a cafe writing about a boy wizard. Today, her story belongs to the world. And tomorrow, your story could inspire someone else. The question is, will you keep writing it? Thank you for joining me today on the Gentle English Podcast. Take this story with you. Let it remind you that your imagination, your persistence, and your courage are enough. Dream big, believe in your story, and keep writing it, because the world is waiting to read it.